Hello my children, very good afternoon. This is L.K. Tripathi from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear children, we have a new chapter from geography, that is land, soil and water. This is very important for you to understand all these three facts that is related to your nature, and they all are very important for our survival as well as the nature. First of all, we shall discuss about the availability of land, its uses and so many advantages of the land. So let's start now. Land, first of all, land is among the most important natural resources. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the earth's surface, and all parts of this small percentage are not habitable. This is very fact, children. Land is a very important natural resource available to us, and the entire portion of the land is 30% only, but on the earth's surface all the places here are not suitable for habitation. Means you can say only a small percentage are habitable. केवल एक छोटा सा भाग जो है ये हैबिटेबल है, रेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द land is not habitable. The uneven distribution of population in different parts of the world is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate. The rough topography, steep slopes of the mountains, low-lying areas susceptible to water, logging deserts areas, thick forested areas are normally sparsely populated or inhabited. These part of the land not suitable for habitation. Some are desert, some are thick forested area, they are sparsely populated area, so they are not suitable for habitation. Less habitable land are these. Plains and river valleys offer suitable land for agriculture. Hence, these are the densely populated areas of the world, where the plains and rivers are available. These part are densely populated areas because people mostly like to be habitated in these areas. They get all the favorable condition on such places to live. Land use. Now we shall see it. Land is used for different purposes such as agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads and setting up of industries. This is commonly termed as land use. Can you list out the different ways in which Mambas and Peters family use their land? Definitely, we have to discuss about this point. The use of land is determined by physical factors such as topography, soil, climate, minerals and availability of water. Human factors such as population and technology are also important determinants of land use pattern. Land can also be classified on the basis of ownership as private land and community land. Private land is owned by individuals, whereas community land is owned by the community for common uses like collection of fodder, fruits, nuts or medicinal herbs. These community lands are also called common property resources. People and their demands are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. The quality of land also differs from place to place. People started encroaching the common lands to build up commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and to expand the agricultural land in the rural areas. Today, the vast changes in the land use pattern also reflect the cultural changes in our society. Land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification are the major threats to the environment because of the expansion of agriculture and construction activities. Conservation of land resource. Growing population and their ever growing demands has led to a large scale destruction of forest cover and arable land and has created a fear of losing this natural resource. Therefore, the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticide and fertilizers are checks on overgrazing are some of the common methods used to conserve land resources. Soil, the thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is also a very important resource of the earth. It is closely linked to land. Landforms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals, and weathered rocks found on the earth. This happens through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. Landslide. What is landslides? Landslides are simply defined as the mass movement of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. They often take place in conjunction with earthquake, floods, and volcanoes. A prolonged spell of rainfall can cause heavy landslide that can block the flow of river for quite some time. The formation of river blocks can cause havoc to the settlements downstream on its bursting. In the hilly terrain, landslides have been a major and widely spread natural disaster that often strikes life and property and occupy a position of major concern. A case study: a massive landslide hit Pangi village near Rekang Pio in Kinnor district of Himachal Pradesh and damaged a 200 meters stretch of old Hindustan Tibet at Pangi village. Due to the blasting, this weak zone of slope collapsed and caused intense damage to the road and nearby villages. The Pangi village was completely vacated to avoid any possible loss of life. Mitigation mechanism. Advancement in scientific techniques has empowered us to understand what factors cause landslides and how to manage them. Some broad mitigation techniques of landslide are as follows. Number 1, hazard mapping to locate areas prone to landslides. Hence, such areas can be avoided for building settlements. Next, construction of retention wall to stop land from slipping. Increase in the vegetation cover to arrest landslide. Next, the surface drainage control works to control the movement of landslide along with rainwater and spring flows. See here soil profile, how it constitutes. First of all, let us see topsoil with humus and vegetation. This is made of humus and vegetation, that's why it is very fertile. Middle part of the earth, middle part of the soil is subsoil with sand, silt and clay. The bottom part, that is above bottom, weathered rock materials, parent rock. In this way, the soil is formed. Now the conservation of land resource. How to conserve the land resource? Growing population and their ever-growing demand has led to a large-scale destruction of forest cover and arable land and has created a fear of losing this natural resource. Therefore, the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticide and fertilizers, and checks on overgrazing are some of the common methods used to conserve land resources. Soil, the thin layer of grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is closely linked to land. Land forms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals and weathered rocks found on the earth. This happens through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. नेक्स्ट फैक्टर ऑफ सॉइल फॉर्मेशन. सॉइल फॉर्मेशन के फैक्टर्स को देखते हैं. द मेजर फैक्टर्स ऑफ सॉइल फॉर्मेशन आर द नेचर ऑफ द पेरेंट रॉक एंड क्लाइमेटिक फैक्टर्स. अदर फैक्टर्स आर द टोपोग्राफी, रोल ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल एंड टाइम टेकन फॉर द composition of soil formation. All these differ from place to place. Degradation of soil and conservation measures. Soil erosion and depletion are the major threats to soil as a resource. Both human and natural factors can lead to degradation of soils. Factors which lead to soil degradation are deforestation, overgrazing, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, rainwash, landslides and floods. Some methods of soil conservation are listed below. First, mulching. The bare ground between plants is covered with a layer of organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. Contour barrier. Stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil loss. Terrace farming. Broad flat steps or terraces are made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. They reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Intercropping: different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rainwash. Contour plowing: plowing parallel to the contours of a hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slope. Now the shelter belt. In the coastal and dry regions, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. In this way, we have discussed a lot about this chapter. Next discussion will be taking place based on water. So, about the importance of two resources of the earth, that is land and soil, we have come to know. Water will be discussed in the next video. Till then, goodbye and good luck.